Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana. Close your legs and open your book. Let's get to reading.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
It's about to get nasty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Let's get to spoiling.
Wait, no, these are spoiler-free episodes.
Not the way I do it.
I think I'm falling in love with Liam. I had to quit vacuuming to listen to what was going on.
Oh, when she's like, I think I'm falling in love with Liam.
No, more like when he was kissing somebody else and was hurting her feelings.
Oh my God, they do this thing back and forth where it's like, oh, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do old people in these books not understand their own feelings?
What do you mean old? Like, yeah, I guess they are a little older.
Older? She's centuries old and he is millennia old.
They've never been through something like this.
Have they not?
No.
Okay, all right. How fortuitous they're both doing it at the same time.
This was so good.
Oh, good.
I was loving these chapters, especially at the end.
Good.
Like, I was paralyzed from doing anything, but then when I'm cleaning, I couldn't even clean. I had to sit down and just listen and feel my feelings with Dianna on this one. I'm like, oh my God, why is he doing this?
I also was paralyzed this week.
Oh, I'm sure
by reading. Not this book. There's another book that you said, here, let's start this one because we're not recording yet, and otherwise I would be tempted to just dig.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do a bonus episode. I thought we could.
We're going to.
I don't.
Be on the lookout. Bonus episode coming for something aliens rom-com.
Help, I've been abducted by aliens and I'm trapped in a rom-com. I already marked it as DNF because I didn't think we were going to be able to get
I'm going to finish that book. I made it through chapter 9. Chapter 6 really threw me through a loop. Chapter 9, we're going to get the rest of the way through that bad boy.
I'm going to have to ask you to retell the story then when we do our bonus episode. I don't think I can get through it. It's too much chaos.
It's 20-some minutes. It's an entire chapter. I stopped halfway through and called you. I said, I need an adult right now. I just need to not be in this. It was the wildest thing I've ever been a part of. That book, man, it did something to me, though.
Oh, what do you mean?
I think it traumatized me.
Oh, yeah. You were clutching your pearls.
Oh, my God. All the pearls. I was clutching your pearls. If anybody else had pearls to be clutched, I would have grabbed those. I never felt like more of a child.
In this book, what we last ended on
Thank you.
is chapter 25 ended with them going to the shady motel.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember this. She was too proud to be a whore.
Yeah, they should have played that one off, but it doesn't matter. I didn't get my shitty hotel moment. That's fine.
You just wanted a moment, just 90 seconds.
It was actually better. Their shitty motel moment was so much better than what I was wanting and hoping for them.
Take me through it.
Chapter 26, Liam's POV, he has a dream about his father, teaching him how to use his powers. If you take too much, it'll drain you, and you can also use your powers for healing. The dream switches to reshurium, his father's death moment. His father is tormenting him, but it was actually Dianna who was tormenting him and posing as his father.
Just waggling her big old wiener at him.
That didn't happen, but you were right in calling that she should dress up as him and torment him.
First of all, I did not say dress up as him. That would be hilarious. If she just wore similar clothes and had like a stick-on mustache. Well, no, it wouldn't be funny. Never mind. I remember other details.
But it was really sad because then he starts choking out Dianna.
What's really weird about this is why would he also want to murder his father?
His father was being incredibly mean to him. I don't remember what he was saying.
That's where we draw the line. Murder. It's okay. Dad was mean to me. Murder.
I think he knew it really wasn't his dad.
I agree. I'm fucking with you.
But he didn't know what was going on. And Dianna, poor thing, she's just laying in bed and all of a sudden being choked out by him.
Oh, yeah, shit. This was all in his dream.
Yeah.
She didn't really shapeshift into him.
No.
Yeah, you're right. I have to get back into this. Yes, this is a way better book. I like this book.
This is when he's having a dream. He has nightmares over and over. And Dianna in the hotel helps him through it.
Yeah.
They're
by blowing him.
Pillow talking.
Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I do.
On a pillow talking with a bitch. I fucking love that song.
This whole
Girl,
chapter.
that was something. How about a connection? Am I alone in my thoughts? Do you share my assessment?
That's pretty much this whole chapter was pillow talking. She tossed him through a wall, though. Before they got to the pillow talking, she launched him. She can hold her own with Liam.
When he's out of a dead sleep and she's worried for her life, she's not the fighter he is. I stand by that. He has got to be just the ultimate badass.
After she tosses him through the wall, he comes back to her and he promised he would never hurt her. But he already technically did.
Tortured her aggressively.
Yeah, well, now never again, though.
Oh, okay. Never again. Not like last time.
Not like that. It won't happen again, I promise. But then he ends up hurting her here. But this is his promise right now.
Okay.
I don't think he made the promise before this moment.
Okay. All right. I'm on board with this, and you enjoyed that part of it too.
Oh my God, I love
His
this chapter.
Promise of non-violence. You're like, this is the Liam we knew we could have. A world ender who cuddles.
But I don't know how he could make this promise because he didn't even mean to do it this time.
He's God. I think it implies he can do anything.
Well, he hurt her, he healed her, and he fixed the whole room.
It's kind of like if I punch a hole in a wall and then I do the drywall repair. It's the same. See, not a problem. Don't worry about it. A little touch-up paint, it'll be fine. I love it.
They have their pillow talking then. She just forgives him quite quickly.
She does. She's a very forgiving lady. I don't understand it, but I'm so happy for them both.
And helps him through his nightmares. At one point she says, it's okay to not be okay. And it's this moment of no one has ever been there for him. So they're really laying down this groundwork of their relationship.
Isn't this kind of what everybody else has been trying to get him to do for like 1,000 years? Just talk to us?
Wait a minute, you're right. Image has been offering this whole time.
I feel like it isn't like a lack of opportunity. I think he just didn't open up to anybody.
Well, he is for her.
Yes.
And then at one point he says, come here and I'll show you. I don't remember what this is about, but horny brain is my note and I don't understand it anymore.
It wasn't horny. He was going to show her with his powers like into his mind.
Oh, right.
She wasn't like, how big's your wiener? And he's like, come here and I'll show you.
So lots of free therapy. We learn that Celestials are also made just like she is. And then she plays with his hair.
Man, I must have horny brain. I thought you were going to say cock.
No.
Which hair?
His hair.
Which hair?
As they're laying down.
Chest hair?
The top.
Ball hair?
No. The top of his head.
Oh, just the top. She goes to the peak of his head.
She played with his hair and oh my God, I melted and clearly he melted. And,
yes, me too.
And that's what turned him around for her. I think this was the moment.
And then
No
he turned
girl.
around for her. She shapeshifted back into his dad.
No, Ryan. No.
No, it's okay if they're gods. It's fine.
No.
What's a little pegging among
Stop.
people? Okay. All right, fine.
No, the moment where she stood out against all the other women of his many millennia. I don't think any of them scratched his head.
Okay.
Played with his hair.
You know what? I'm willing to let you believe that.
That's what wins the boys over if you really want one.
I think I'm good.
Or a girl. I like my hair played with.
I know. I play with your hair. I got you to braid my hair last week.
I did, yeah. I was practicing French braids.
Yeah.
And our daughter was not a fan.
Well, we waited until she had a friend over, and then we went downstairs, and I said, we should be samesies. Let's go to the mall.
Twinsies.
And she was not impressed.
She was up on the bed and gave this face of just like, I will fucking kill you. And then she's like, oh, that's funny. She's like, I'm going to murder you.
Well, and what's funny is her friend like looked over, and I'm like, hey, do you want braids like this? And her friend's like, no. I'm like, okay, all right. Everybody's on board.
And the chapter ends with Dianna asking about converting Gabby to a Celestial.
Yeah, instead of a vampire. That seems like a reasonable idea.
Why would it matter? Is it because she's still tied to Xaden, you think, by being whatever Gabby is?
So there's some form of a religious undertone here, right? Celestials are kind of like the angels. Everybody else is sort of the demons or the dickheads. When the Celestials die, they go to Valhalla or whatever they do.
Oh.
So I think the idea is like, hey, this way if Gabby does get fucked up, you guys can take her to your happy place when she dies.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh,
Seems like a good option.
Are you making this up, or was this in the book? What?
No,
No,
I'm
I was
making all of this
believing
up.
you on all of this.
No, none of that's real.
I was just like, wow, I'm clearly not reading this book.
No, I'm just assuming.
What? No, that can't be right. No, I'm not trusting you.
It's called the Book of Azrael.
I gotta fact check myself.
Well, you can fact check me.
Chapter 27. It's Diana's POV. It's the next morning, and she's gonna make him eat. He hasn't eaten in quite some time.
She's gonna make him eat. Really? Come on, Adri.
Why doesn't he eat every time he gets headaches? What's his problem?
He's depressed and he's not hungry.
What? Fine.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like I have to feed you all the time.
Oh, and as they're getting ready in the morning, he created clothes for himself.
Ones that fit.
No, he still gave himself tight jeans.
No. Ones that fit.
Fit.
Yeah.
If
like,
he thinks his ass looks good.
it's America's ass. Yeah, he's surprisingly picky about the clothes he wears.
Oh, yeah. He is very
He brings
particular.
up the fabrics and stuff, even of the clothes she wears.
Well, he didn't have a problem with what he did later, but it wasn't what she picked out for herself. It's what's his face picked out for her.
Yeah, but she didn't have a problem with it. He did. She's like, why the fuck do you get to decide what I wear? And he's like, those shouldn't adorn you. A queen should wear this.
When I thought about you picking out clothes for me, I was disturbed. What, you go to Walmart and grab a 5-pack of black shirts.
I order a 10-pack on Amazon. What do I look like, some sort of animal? I have all the same shirts, and then I have some of them that aren't. This isn't one of those.
That is from one of those packs.
No, this is a shirt we
from
bought from Amazon.
Variety
Halloween outfit. That's what that's from, baby. Also, if I go pick you out clothes, how much clothes do you think there is to it?
How much clothes do you think there? Oh, no.
You don't have to worry about the fabric. There won't be a lot. I got you covered, baby, but just barely.
Well, he picked out his outfit for the day.
All I'm saying is, Xena Warrior Princess, that would be winter clothes for you, girl.
Oh, not thinking about my needs and my wants.
Oh, I know what your needs will be.
You?
Yeah, to keep you warm, because you won't have any clothes on.
Pervert.
Yup.
She has a feeling of being watched again when they're at this cafe and they're eating. There's something about Liam closing the realms. Do you remember any of this? He is the protector of the realms, and he has a lot of guilt over this.
I like to think that when reshurium fell, the way that they kept all the other evil shit out was he just slammed the doors closed.
I think that is what happened.
And then he's like, don't worry, I made you this world instead. But he cut off even some ancillary worlds that weren't necessarily enemies, but they weren't right there with him.
Oh.
So I assume there'd be some guilt.
Xaden is from one of these other realms, and he's very confused. How did you guys leave your realm? How are you here?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on yet with Xaden, because at some point, I think in these chapters, it's brought up that Xaden's very old, even among all of the other beings there. And people make this statement even after meeting our world ender.
They do. Liam kind of gets a kick out of it. He's like, you guys actually think he can't die?
He's like, you guys fucking think he's like me? Get the fuck out of here. And that's where I think he's going to be the anti-Liam.
Ooh.
Like a Bizarro Superman situation.
Okay, well, I can already tell that Xaden is weaker than Liam because he hasn't come to see Liam.
He hasn't come? Not once?
He hasn't visited Liam yet. And he's
I don't think
avoiding.
they're a visitation status yet. Xaden's a planner. Xaden knows he's powerful. He doesn't know the whole Liam situation yet. He's going to gather some data.
Okay, that's fair, because I was taking it that he's scared of Liam.
Just remember, professional boxers watch a lot of other people fight. Muhammad Ali didn't just get in a ring with George Foreman and be like, I'm going to knock that fucker out. He watched George Foreman fight and learned what was up.
So that's how you're pairing these two up as just boxers? Muhammad Ali and George Foreman?
Not those two in particular, but it could be anybody. But yeah, I don't think that's that bad, other than one of them be old and really kind of out of his element by then.
Who's Liam?
That's where I'm getting really torn on this. You want to say Ali, right? Because for old people like me, he's the greatest to have ever done it. But Foreman for his day was pretty badass.
I don't know anything about boxing. I was starting to feel like Liam is giving me Witcher vibes.
Which one?
The video game one.
No, I meant which Witcher in the video game.
Witcher 3, the only one that I played.
Geralt or...
Oh, obviously Geralt, the one that I have a crush on.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
I have a crush on whoever his sensei is. I don't remember his name.
Ciri's also a Witcher later, and I feel like you had a crush on Ciri.
I do have a crush on Ciri.
When she's an adult.
Yes.
We're covering our bases, not to worry. Adri ID'd her first.
You're such an ass.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, you're right.
She looks so mature.
Stop. All right, fair.
So which one? Ciri or Geralt? Okay.
Geralt.
All right. I'm just saying, we need some clarification.
Because of his broodiness.
Who's Xaden?
I don't know. I don't think about Xaden. We haven't even met Xaden. Xaden's...
We've met Xaden.
He's a little rapey, so I don't like thinking about him.
He's kind of a love him and leave him kind of guy. Not so much of a cuddler.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Where were we? Oh, they're having dinner. No, they're having breakfast. And...
She senses somebody. He's like, I don't sense anything. She's like, okay, then it's just in my head.
There's multiple moments like that. And I have the quote, his eyes awaken something feminine and needy in me, a growl. I don't know if she says feminine and meaty like steak.
No. They awaken something feminine and needy in me.
Okay,
yeah, that's what she said. Feminine and meaty. She's like, I sprouted a penis because of his eyes.
Well, this is why we need an actual book. Because I've replayed this multiple times. I'm like, I cannot tell what is being said.
You really couldn't?
No, I couldn't tell.
Oh, my love.
But it really was funny both ways, either way.
My sweet summer cherub. Oh, no.
And there was a growl from his chest.
Probably from his mouth, mostly. Or his tummy. From his chest. What growls in your chest?
I didn't understand what the growling was meant to be in books. I thought it was more like a growl, like cartoony style, like how I would do a growl. But I think it's intended...
Can you give us a sample?
No, I'm not going to do it.
All right.
It's intended as like a sigh deep in your chest sound.
Just a...
Yeah. And I doubt the microphone picked that up.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's what the growls are.
And that did it for the eyeballs and the exhale.
It does it for me.
Not when I do it.
Yeah, it does.
Eyeballs?
Well, usually when you do your growl sigh, it's because you're upset with something happening in the world. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm also upset. So it works, but not like something feminine and meaty in me.
Nothing feminine and meaty wakes up in you. All right, understood.
Chapter 28, they go to the festival.
They do.
What did you think of the festival scene?
It's like a carnival episode in a show where it's like, oh, everybody's going to the carnival. This is so cool. And he's like, I don't know what games are. And then he pretends sometimes not to get jokes, even though he gets jokes, so that she'll explain it to him, which I think is so cute because I pretended to be dumb in school so you could teach me things.
Yeah, really that upset me later when I found that out, though, because I thought I was doing so much better in school than I was doing. And then the fact that you knew better and you didn't correct me?
It wouldn't have been sexy. Unsolicited advice is always criticism. I don't offer it. I'm here to help. But you were so much prettier teaching me things. This is our version of the festival.
This whole book reminds me a lot of when we were younger, but like in a good way. Not the miscommunication and the angstiness.
I feel like we didn't have a lot of miscommunication. It's pretty direct.
Younger us?
Okay.
Oh my God, yeah, we miscommunicated a lot. Well, we communicated and
ineffectively.
Talked. Ineffectively, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this book, they're not doing that. It wasn't
because we were like, oh, they already know what I'm feeling. Well, I guess there is a bit of that, but I don't feel like I ever did not understand why I would get jealous if you were laughing hysterically at some other dude's jokes. Like, I wasn't like, what is this mystery feeling? No, I fucking know what this is. I want to hit that guy, and I didn't want to 2 minutes ago, so it's probably me.
I'm thinking of more when you're not dating someone, you know that you're starting to get feelings for them and getting the jealousy, but you don't know why you're getting jealous because you're supposed to be just friends. Oh, this is probably just a me POV thing because you had a crush on me the whole time and I was in denial.
Well, we went from just being friends to me liking you and then we were still just friends.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I don't remember which parts really stood out to me, but a lot of it reminded me of 18-year-old us.
I'll take it. As long as I get to be Liam with the tight pants and the nice ass, I'm there for it.
You were.
I've never had a nice ass. I got frog ass.
No.
We've been over this. I saw a fucking video of a frog dancing, and I know it's not a real frog, but I saw this animated frog stand up, and I was like, God damn it. For a second, that could have been me. You didn't think that? When you saw that ass, you were like, I know that ass.
After you pointed it out.
Right? Then you're like, this man has a tiny little frog ass.
No.
It's amazing I can even stand up and walk. I don't know what do the glutes do?
I don't know.
Whatever they do, I must not be good at that thing.
I'm not into butts, but I know
it's good because I don't have any to offer you. Frog asses. Google them. Then you'll know exactly. We should put it up on the Patreon. Just put a frog ass up there and be like, Ryan's booty. That's right. We're a porn account. That's my ass.
Well, he's in a denim jacket. I think he's in all denim right now.
Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's in blue jeans and he has a denim jacket because later he gives the denim jacket to her.
When was this book written?
No clue.
Okay. If this was written around like 2008 to 2012.
2022.
Never mind. I was going to say, what are the chances he's wearing Ed Hardy jeans?
No.
All right, never mind. They're probably Wranglers because they're making his butt look all juicy.
He's too handsome to blend in with the crowd, and
he's too tall. He's too muscular.
And handsome.
And handsome.
He's all these things.
And tight. He's a very tight.
Flirty festival activities. She has the uneasy feeling again, and he gives her his jacket, and he thinks women are staring because of his failures, but really it's because he's gorgeous.
He existed around people before this. It's the only area of this trope that kills me. It would be one thing if he were literally Tarzan. Had never been around anybody. This man was incredibly social for like 1,000 years and all of a sudden forgot how people think and forgot that he's gorgeous. I don't think so.
I love the Tarzan analogy. Brennan Fraser? How do you say it?
People always ask me, is it Fraser or Frasier? And I always tell them the same thing. How dare you speak to me?
Oh my gosh. It's Fraser. Now that you said both of them side by side, I know which one. I like that analogy. I had a dream about him the other day.
I know. I introduced you in that dream, which is weird. It's never going to happen. Brennan, keep your fucking hands to yourself. You sexy old bastard.
That's how I knew it was a dream. I'm like, wait a minute. What is this Tarzan oiled up man doing looking at me? This is a dream. This is not real.
Meanwhile, I'm just over in the corner peeking around like, did you see him yet? I oiled him. For you.
Happy birthday.
What's that massage called?
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's some sort of massage where like they oil the person up. Like their whole person is just covered in oil.
I don't
Never
know.
mind.
This sounds like a weird side of the internet you got on.
This isn't on the internet. So one of my friends had two parents that were massage therapists, and I don't know how this. Oh my god! I wonder if he just caught his parents having sex. They told us massage thing. Oh, dude, I'm so old to have just now got that. Because he's like, dude, I like walked in there because they had one room in their house is like their massage place. He's like, and Dad was just like all oiled up. And then his parents are like, it's just a massage. Don't be weird. I think they were just having
I think it was weird.
slippery sex. That's crazy. Oh, the cleanup.
I don't want to think about any. Oh.
Logistically, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, agreed.
It's too much.
I think you did solve the mystery that was that massage.
I think I'm going to text him and let him know. Like, hey, just so you know, if you hadn't thought about this in a while, you walked into your parents fucking.
I don't think he wants to hear that.
No, it might be fun for me.
Chapter 29. Liam is at the festival, obviously.
Women don't know he doesn't know that every woman finds him irresistible because he's too tall and handsome and muscular and tight.
I think the scene was actually intended. He's so severely depressed that he can't see past his own failures.
Okay.
I'm going to defend Liam on this one.
Hey, I've got nothing against Liam. I like that he's all of the things he is. Other than clueless. I'm annoyed by that one, but the rest of it's great.
He's thinking about how he will have to punish her for the crimes that she committed, and he's now having this conflict and how difficult this is. Well, she killed and murdered people, and I have to punish her for it, but I think I'm
six
starting...
blowjobs apiece.
Oh my God. And while they're walking, because now they've gotten the call that they need to go meet up with this guy, he's counting the amount of people that are looking at her. And he's conflicted. Is it because they're eyeing her and he's getting a little jealous, or is it for her safety?
Is he really conflicted? Like, if he searches just slightly below the surface, he's gonna hit pay dirt.
Well, he's doing it for safety.
Oh, yeah.
So they meet the friend, and this friend is not kind, and he hurts Diana's feelings at some point, and Liam thinks to himself, I wouldn't allow anything to dim her spirit. Now he's really starting to fall for her.
But he's still not sure if it's indigestion or love.
I think he's figured it out.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. I think later, well, I don't know. He's kind of fucks with her a little bit.
Not really. I think that's part of the problem.
Stop. You know what I mean? They leave that meeting and she is quiet, and it's hurting him to see her this way. And he vows Xaden will regret being born if he hurts her.
I also really liked this moment. I thought it was really nice because it showed that his vendetta against Xaden wasn't solely for his people, but also for her.
Yeah. And seeing how it just the conversation of Xaden and what Xaden's going to do to her, and then it's hurting her. Oh, and then they also took photos in the photo booth.
In bumper cars. They did bumper cars.
They did all kinds of activities. This book is definitely a lot more about building up their relationship than it is moving the plot along.
Yeah, because this is the world's slowest fucking road trip for people that can both teleport.
Wait, what? They can teleport?
Yeah. Yeah, they teleport. He can kind of pop up anywhere, the whole Bifrost thing. Like, they can move wherever they want throughout the world. Also, they can fly.
He does that too later. When she's like running away from him, he like pops up right in front of her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, they're driving at 60 miles an hour down old country roads, looking at the world's biggest ball of yarn on the way. They're having a great time, but
it's a great
this is
time.
A buddy cop where the buddies end up fucking. It's different, but the same.
At one point, he corrects her and says, "You are not my nemesis," and that they are friends.
But
and then I have a side eye. I'm like, friends, right?
And they were roommates.
And they have another long pillow talk session, and he realizes he would burn the world down for her.
Like he would any of his friends.
Just friends.
Just friends.
Chapter 30 is Liam's POV again, and he's having a dream/memory of a past fling. Oh my god, what a dirty chapter. Do you remember this one?
No, I'm a little nervous now.
He has a memory of a past fling, and I think it's them banging. And he also has a memory about Imogen, and she's talking as if they are a thing, but I have the note, I bet she never gave him head scratches, and that's why things didn't move forward between the two of them.
The aphrodisiac.
Yeah, exactly.
Top melon.
You can laugh all you want, but I know it worked for you.
I fucking love head scratches, and I ask for them, and you'll do it for like 3 seconds, and then you're done, and I'm like, no, you don't understand.
One of my first memories of us trying to get through the awkward friend to dating relationship was me scratching your head.
Yeah, and I fucking love it. To this day, like a nice little head scratch. 2 days ago, he was around scratched up my head for me, and it was nice. I was just really enjoying it.
Well, Liam also liked it, and now he's having a wet dream about Dianna.
A wet dream?
Isn't that what you call those?
Sex dream? A wet dream means he comes.
You're right. I need to change that note.
I don't think he dreams to completion.
No, he didn't. He turns into a sex dream about Dianna.
Yeah. What does that remind you of?
I don't know.
Go to Spotify.
There's a song about this?
Michael Jackson.
Which one?
I want you to read through the Michael Jackson songs. I'm going to let you take a guess.
Beat It?
Oh, no, that would be him yanking it hard. Have you gone through all the Michael Jackson songs?
How am I supposed to go through all the Michael Jackson songs? They give you like 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dirty Diana.
Oh, wow. Wow, what is this about?
Technically, it was about Princess Diana.
This sounds blasphemous.
Well, only if you believe she was God.
How long have you been thinking about this song for this?
Oh, fuck. Every time they say Diana, that's what I think of, and then finally a dirty spot happened.
Well, he was really trying to fight back on this stream.
Oh, good.
Like a gentleman.
Please. Yeah. He's like, please, take your titties out of my face. Which we all know, that's not what's getting them. Because 4 times in this set of chapters, it's mentioned what's perfect on Diana.
Her ass.
Yeah. continually mentioned.
He's an ass man.
So is everybody else in this entire book.
I saw
Everybody's like, get your perfect ass out of here. And they're like, oh, well, I wouldn't mind looking at your perfect ass. I'm just like, why are we so hung up on this woman's ass? How crazy is her booty that everybody, even among all of the immortal people, like, are none of these immortal people doing squats? They got no ass to compare us to. They're just like, that's engineered to take you to hell.
This chapter made it seem like it was actually Dianna infiltrated his dreams in the way that she was talking back at him. It was the same snarky Dianna that we know, and he was even falling for it. And he's like, how did you get here? And I think at one point she says, you're making this all up.
Yeah, she's like, I fucking didn't. This is your subconscious, dickhead. And he's like, well, turn around.
No. And it switches to a memory of his past self of killing Igmorithans. And another Dianna appeared, and I think she was dead. And now he's having dreams about her dying. And then another dream about Xaden and Dianna, and her calling him destruction and how the world ends.
So, we're given some rationale for these dreams.
I think later he thinks that they are...
Premonitions.
Premonitions. That's the one I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
You think so? But can it be changed, manipulated because Diana's dying?
Do we believe in free will?
Oh,
dun, dun, dun. We're right back to that again.
Have this, don't they?
Yes. So it really depends. I subscribe to the fact that free will must exist, right? Predestination can't be the determining factor in everything. Therefore, all futures are subject to change.
Well, what if this chapter ends with her dying and he brings her back to life?
It doesn't, because we already read this chapter.
I meant the end of the book. You're such a butthole. No.
I don't think she's going to die because there are 2 more books. My guess is, and again, this is just a guess.
Oh, yeah. What are your theories? You had some about the ending of this book.
I'm not even going to say the end of the book. What I think happens throughout this book, at some point they meet Xaden. Xaden is smart. If you know these 2 are on a cross-country road trip trying to hunt down something that you say exists, you've been hunting for a long time, but you're not actively pursuing all of these other loose ends that they are pursuing, right? Who do you go after? How do you really affect Dianna in all of this?
Her sister.
Correct. So I'm going back to the fact that I do not trust Vincent.
Oh, right. You thought that.
I stand by it. There's something about that guy. And I think also the name Vincent.
Yeah.
I just don't fucking trust him. If your name's Vincent, I'm sorry. I don't trust Vincent. And right now, I don't think Logan is in a position above Vincent. So if you're Xaden and you're that old, right? That means you have to have something ingrained with these Celestials. I stand by. There's something. Somehow they're going to get a hold of her sister. And I would imagine he's going to like hold her sister hostage or something. And it's going to be, hey, now Dianna, you have to fight the world ender or whatever the fuck. Or I'll kill your sister. Something to those ends as a method of either control or something. But also we're going to get a fight between Xaden and the world ender. And it cannot end in one book if there are 2 more books.
I think the last time we talked, we were really hoping that Dianna would be the one that defeats Xaden.
Yes, and I'm still hoping for that.
So the dream is ending with Dianna like bloodied and dying.
Yes, and I think maybe that does happen, but it doesn't actually show her dead.
Right.
It shows her dying.
Yeah.
He can heal people. He just doesn't resurrect people because his dad's like, that's a bad deal. The rule of exchange here is going to fuck you.
Yeah. Chapter 31, Dianna's POV. Liam is now detached and removing himself.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's insecure about it.
It's hot and cold nonsense.
And she's headed to see her real friends.
Does it feel justified to you in this book more so than in Iron Flame?
Yeah, the miscommunication seems a little more well done, only because it felt more relatable.
Having a premonition dream, it causes you to want to separate emotionally from somebody.
That, but because they really haven't crossed this line of, well, yeah, they have crossed the line of acknowledging that they like each other. She scratched his head, and he's been openly talking and confessing things to her.
He said he burned the fucking world down to keep her feelings happy.
He said that in his head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He felt that.
Yeah.
Therefore, And I'm on board with that. I like that moment where he's like, hey, I would fucking destroy everything to keep this woman happy.
But
That's what I expect.
I think that I forgave a lot of the miscommunication in the last book also because of how long it took me to talk to you about things.
I think that's fair.
Because I had a crush on you for quite some time that I would not acknowledge. But
I acknowledged my crush to you to everybody I was dating at the time.
Yeah. But at 18 years old, 18, 19, the miscommunication, it just seems kind of fitting. These two are adults.
Well, they're like, again, hundreds of years and thousands of years old.
But if you don't want to fuck things up with somebody, it makes sense that you don't want to be the first one to come forward about your feelings.
So withdrawal is the next logical step.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm willing to give him the pass.
I'm just messing with you. I don't know.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm willing to give it a pass because otherwise they would be insufferable.
If they were honest and open about their feelings, they'd already be
the second half of the book where they're just like slobbering on each other's knobs. Not for me. I want there to be more fights and more action. And I think him being kind of a broody, needy little whiner about it.
You think he's whiny?
Yeah, when they get to the vampire house, he's fucking whiny. He bitches about everything between the two of them.
Oh, he
is such a bitch.
He does get a little, I can see where you're saying whiny. I can't think of the term where everything is beneath him. Like everything of Drake's is
bullshit because mine's better.
My
Drake's handsome. I'm more handsome. His castle is
better where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that it's like the rich kid that goes to your house once and they have like a way cooler house.
Oh.
And they're just like, oh yeah, you have a trampoline? Well, I have one that's indoors. And you're like, fuck off. You have a pool? Yours is above the ground. Disgusting.
Yeah, it sounded like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was picking
and I'm just
up
like,
on that.
I'm like, you're kind of a bitch. Not like in the way, not like in a detrimental way to women. You're a piece of shit is the way I should say that. Because I don't want to make the word bitch not fun.
Did this turn you off for liking his character?
No, honestly, it expanded his character. It made me think of him more as the spoiled rich kid. Because he doesn't like people saying it, but he likes people treating him that way.
He has moments where they call him...
my liege.
Yes, and he likes it. Maybe not likes it, but he was okay with it.
Well, and overall, he's always like, don't call me that, right? Leading up to this. But then also, anytime he wants to assert some unilateral authority, he just kind of does it. And then he's like, oh, I broke this phone. Get me another one. Get me a car. Do this for me. And you're like, well, motherfucker, you don't want to be called king, but you want all of the privileges of being a king. So I am enjoying that because it's going to provide an opportunity for growth in him as a character. I think I am intended to not like those things now.
I hope so. I looked past it because he's a handsome, wealthy man.
And I like that he's handsome and wealthy.
And he needs love. That's all he needs.
And then he has everything. And you know what? He deserves everything. What I really love about this is it is a similar trope to the other books, right? It's all kind of the same. But I'm enjoying that because she's not in love with him, the way that Dianna kind of acknowledges the same things that are upsetting me adds validity to it. It's not like the author is unaware of this.
I have really grown to love Dianna and her attitude towards him.
I like Dianna. Diana's a spicy little tomato. She's just a grumpy, curmudgeon-y bitch who's sometimes really, really nice. And I enjoy that so much. She's got that black cat energy.
Yeah, but
I like that. He's not a golden retriever either.
He's not.
He's a German shepherd, maybe? They kind of act like they're above things. Like, I like German shepherds too, I guess. I can't think of a fucking dog I don't like. Can we relate it to something else? He's a leopard gecko.
What? No.
I like leopard
I don't think
geckos.
we know what type of dog he is until he gets through his depression.
I don't think he's like a dog at all because he's experiencing that depression. I've never met a depressed dog. Oh my God, he's a Pekingese. That's what he is. He's a Pekingese. Things aren't going his way and he throws little tantrums, but he wants to be treated like a big dog, like he's the king, but he doesn't want people to act like it.
Stop it.
He wants to be
I won't
people.
accept this. They're both like cats is what it is. They're just different types of cats.
You know what? Nothing better than just two cats getting along. That only happens on the internet. Or seen two cats that love each other?
I've never met them in person.
I haven't either. I assume these people are drugging these cats.
No.
Oh, look at that. They're cuddling in the sun. One of those cats is stuffed.
No. So, as I had said, Liam is now detaching after that dream. She was detaching because of Xaden. So now they're both distancing a little bit, and she's getting insecure about it. And she's headed to go see her real friends, Drake. They're in a jungle, and she says that she was the closest to Drake, and he pauses as she's talking about him. So his jealousy is starting to work. Oh, I also remember, he also reminds me of Mr. Darcy.
Did he flex his hand at some point?
He did many times, but
right.
At the same time, just he says, "You wound me." That was also like a Mr. Darcy moment, or his quiet watching and jealousy moments. Yeah, Mr. Darcy. He's more Mr. Darcy than The Witcher by a long shot.
Wait, he's more Mr. Darcy than The Witcher is like Mr. Darcy? Or
No.
he is more like Mr. Darcy than he is like The Witcher?
Then he is like The Witcher.
Okay, all right. My opinions on him are not so heavily varied. I want him to go back to kicking ass. That's what I like.
I'm starting to realize that I just want different versions of Mr. Darcy.
Hey, you're in luck. All of these books, that's what it is. You want dragon flavor, god flavor, darkness flavor with wings,
Vampire flavor.
vampire flavor. You get whatever kind of Darcy you want. You just want a crusty old British dude who's willing to buy a wife? You could go to straight to Mr. Darcy. That's kind of what happens, right? She's like a mail-order bride.
No, he treats her differently.
Well, eventually. Initially, he doesn't. He treats her like a mail-order bride for the first 4 hours of that show. North and South, you get just a cheaper Mr. Darcy. I'm here to help. Wait, he's still called Mr. Darcy in North and South.
I don't think he's in that one.
I'm pretty sure. Google this for me. What is Mr. Darcy's name in North and South?
No, he's not in there.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. What is this scene from? Mr. Thornton. I forgot about this. And he has this collar unpopped. Whatever that means. I don't think I worded that right.
Collar unpopped
You
would
know
be
what I
a
meant.
straight collar.
Look at this. Him on the left.
They look like nearly the same person to me. I'm not good at this.
Oh, my
They're both
heart
very British.
melted when he's like all in a suit and he's just like,
His floofy shirt coming out.
I love it. Love it. And this is just a Shadow Daddy version of Mr. Darcy.
This is not a Shadow Daddy version. This is a version that is literally the epitome of light. This is Jesus, Mr. Darcy.
What do you mean?
This guy is God. He's the creator of so many things here. He is the light bringer / world ender. Xaden seems to be the Shadow Daddy version.
Shut the hell up. No.
Okay. All right, my bad. Too far. Well, I'm glad that you have this flavor of him, honestly.
Yeah. Well, Drake shows up
Yeah.
and they hug and kiss. I don't know what type of kissing, but there was kissing. I'm assuming on the cheek, maybe on the lips. Friends do that.
Maybe on the gents.
What? That's awkward,
They
especially
could be
in the
great
jungle.
friends.
Jungle.
Great friends. Great friends give each other kisses on the dick.
Nope. Well,
Me and
do
all my-
they?
You're my best friend. I gladly kiss your gents.
And Liam lifts a blade to him. And she's like, no, we're just friends.
Stuffing each other's tongues down each other's throats. Just getting after it.
I feel like it was me and you. We weren't making out, but would I be calling you my best friend? I'm like, he's my best friend. He's going to be my maid of honor. And you were just like, yeah, totally.
I'll do it. I'd do anything for you. Give you away to another man while I'm wearing a dress.
There's a pissing match between Liam and Drake. At one point, they say size doesn't matter in regards to homes. Oh, that's when Liam starts his whole...
My
yes,
house is bigger.
Yeah.
My garden's better. My skies are prettier. My muscle's bigger. My penis is bigger. And the guy's like, size doesn't matter. It's the motion of the ocean or something. And the other guy's like, well, listen, you try getting across the ocean in a canoe. Yeah.
There's a private talk with Drake, and Liam interrupts when she got overwhelmed. So I think at one point she goes upstairs, her and Drake are talking, and he's like, oh my God, you made this deal. You were ridiculous from one guy to the next. They're both terrible. But they're also in a closet having this private discussion.
A wardrobe, probably.
Yeah,
Big
probably.
walk-in closet.
Oh, yeah, because she's in a towel while talking to Drake. And she's getting overwhelmed. And I think Liam senses this. And he shows up. And she instantly...
He's like, oh, we're all just in here talking to girls in towels. All right. Well, then allow me to join the conversation. He snaps his fingers and they're all in towels.
No!
He's like, how does size matter now, motherfucker? He gives that guy like a hand towel.
And she instantly feels relieved by his presence. And he's doing this, like, again, pissing match. And she mentions the warmth of his chest. Like, that's how close he's standing to her right now.
How fucking warm is he?
He's radiating heat. You're always ice, so.
Okay.
But think of how close that you get to me, and I'm just radiating heat. I think it's like that.
Well, she's just standing there in a towel.
Yeah, she can feel it.
Imagine I was just a dude that was standing that close to you.
Well, if I have a crush on a dude that's standing that close, of course I'd like it. When you're that close to me, I like it.
Oh, that's very sweet. I'm no Tarzan Liam Darcy. Okay? I'm just a dude.
So they have that moment. I think he says something about, I have to tell her something in private. You need to leave. And she's just like, what do you need to say? He's like, oh, no, I didn't have anything.
I just didn't like him being here.
I came here imposed and I sent him away.
You're welcome.
And she gets dressed in this scene, in this outfit. And I think it's to show off her ass. And I thought she stood up for herself well in this moment because I was like, wow, what the hell is this book getting into? Where Liam thinks that he has a say in what she's fucking wearing.
Yeah, and she's like, excuse me, motherfucker. Nay, I wear what I want. And he's like, no, you don't.
He doesn't say, no, you don't. He's kind of like, you deserve something more respectful.
Like, queens don't dress like sluts is almost literally what he said. He's like, you're dressed like, what were they called in The Witcher? Strumpet.
Strumpets.
he's like, you're dressed all strumpety right now. No. He's like, queens deserve to be draped in the finest of clothes. Mine are larger and cover more shit, but you're welcome. And then he snaps his fingers and her clothes turn. He fairy godmothers her.
He does.
But not like where the girl was like, I wish I had something to wear for the ball. This girl's like, I'm wearing this to the ball. And the fairy godmother's like, the fuck you are? It's going to cover your knees. And then snaps her fingers.
You're right about all of this. It is ridiculous. But
it's romanticized because he's handsome and magic.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. If I were handsome and magic and I could be like, I'm going to put special clothes on Adria where only I can see down her shirt and see her booty. That would be hilarious for me, but it would be very imposing to you.
I would never trust you with this task. And he took on this task.
Took on this task? It wasn't a task given to him. It wasn't like it was really weighing on her and he took it off her. He quite literally decided to impose a task on himself and nobody asked him to do.
And he did amazing at it. He did incredible. The only complaint that I have about it was it seems like the length was a little too long. There were 2 or 3 times that she needed to pull it up in order to walk around.
He did it without her consent. That's the first complaint I have. And actually did it through her objections.
He was making her feel like she is valuable and she is worth being, I can't even defend it.
You know what my favorite part about this is?
I hate arguing.
Queens shouldn't be dressed like this. No. Queens wear what they're told to wear by their king. It's what this was.
No, she's never been treated like a queen before.
And she's still not being treated like a queen. She's being treated like a queen who's indentured servitude to the king.
Stop it. That's not true.
It's a little true.
No.
I like this. Because it's wonderful.
She's always felt like a beast. And, like, she's not worth anything. And he's just like, well,
wear better clothes.
No, the women where I'm from dress like this. And it's just like, God damn it.
No, I think it's great.
It's kind of like Princess Diaries.
Yes. You remember how much she loved that when she was the princess of Genovia.
I have so few references.
I know. I love this.
Diaries.
Princess Bride.
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Between Geralt and Ciri.
When you remember, Ciri exists.
I remember Ciri existed all of the last one. When there's a really badass FMC, which Dianna is, but Dianna isn't like Ciri.
Correct. I would agree.
Ooh, Diana's kind of like... No, I need to get back to my list. Those are about the only things
X-Men. You threw X-Men
a
out
lot of X-Men references. Yeah. That's all I got.
And Henry Cavill kind of stands on his own as a reference point.
Yeah, but...
And James Spader, we reference him.
For his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Really got to watch more movies, I think. I'm reading more books.
Severance. Bring up Severance a lot.
I do.
Everybody watch Severance.
Here's a little plug for Severance.
Little known TV show, kind of underground. Lots of people have heard of it before.
Probably have heard of it.
Oh, it's this low budget indie production. For real, season 2 finale. Unbelievable.
Shameless plug between chapters.
Want more daggers and shadow daddies? Get a month ahead of where you're at right now. Sign up for 1 month on Patreon and then cancel that shit after you binged it.
That was great.
I listen to a lot of podcasts. I know how their advertisements work, and this is what I wish they did. It was only 5 seconds long.
He dresses her.
He took on the task of making sure she wore something he found appropriate.
No, it wasn't. No.
That's exactly what it was.
No.
But he did it romantically. He did a shitty thing romantically.
Oh,
and I think that's okay.
Mr. Darcy?
Yeah.
Bought clothes for her?
Yeah, because he said that she looked like a fucking pig.
No, he didn't.
Mr. Darcy, when he first was, he's like, I don't even want that one. She's gross. And then his friend's like, just fuck her.
One of the sisters, I remember she went into a shop and she got to order all of these dresses.
Because she was engaged.
Yeah.
With the dowry.
But I don't think it was those two. But I remember wishing for a fraction of that in my life.
Well, you have a fraction of it.
A fraction. I can go to Target and get me a top. Oh, and he also said that she looks like she's dressed to bed Drake. That's how he worded it.
Yeah. Again, it's not something done of pure romance. It's mostly done of jealousy and possessiveness, which is great.
In this moment, I'm into it.
Okay.
Chapter 32, Diana's POV. They're at dinner, and the aggressive male power in the room has increased.
Correct, because you brought an aggressive male into the room.
There's multiples of them. Well, no, there's actually
there's mostly just one.
It's just the one. You're right. He is.
He's the aggressive male presence. The rest of the males there seem pretty content.
Well, it seems like Drake is enjoying kind of poking at him.
Yes, 1,000%. Drake is prodding the guy for sure, but I think Liam's still kind of responsible for his feelings.
He is. He is. Did you notice that during their discussion that Ethan's wife is missing, and that seemed odd to them?
Yes, because she said, "Where's your wife?" And people looked around, made it real suspicious. And they're like, oh, she's out for now.
And she is gone.
She went to get milk and cigarettes. She'll be back.
And no mention of her again.
Well, I think she's just with my dad, getting milk and cigarettes.
That's it. Liam defends Dianna not being a monster. Dianna has seen many of Liam's memories at this point, which is something that I don't really realize because we didn't get to hear about them. But I think every time that she fell asleep, she was in his dreams.
One way or another, she was.
Yeah.
He brings up that they're always fucking in his dreams.
He doesn't say that.
He kind of does, yeah.
He doesn't admit to her that he's having sex dreams.
Not to her. He is having sex dreams. He admits that to us in his point of view.
Oh, yeah.
We are aware of what his dreams are.
Yeah.
You said she's always in his dreams. And
I meant
in one way or another.
Her blood dreams.
I know. I was making fun of what you said.
God damn it, Ryan.
Adrian.
I'm not following. Some point during their dinner, Liam is clarifying that they're just friends. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're like, so do you love her? And he's like, I love her like a friend.
We are just friends.
Just friends. I would never. And they're like, would you fuck her? And he's like, I would never fuck her. And they're like, okay. Weird to say.
That's right. There was something about, we weren't talking about that. I don't think that was this
No, that
point.
was her. She had that moment when the witch lady's talking about his power. And then...
Yes.
She's like, I haven't seen his penis. And she's like, I was talking about his power.
That's right, with Camilla.
That happens later.
Well, at this point, Liam tells Drake that Azrael is dead. He's very convinced. We learn about Camilla. She hates Dianna, and they tell them that Camilla has found a replica then, if Azrael's dead and there is no book. There is something, and Camilla knows where it's at. Then they go on a walk. Liam tells her that after a traumatic event that they eventually turn to stone. What is this about?
The Celestials?
Yeah.
This is why they're not supposed to fall in love. They fall in love, their heart breaks, and they turn to stone.
What?
Not just falling in love, but basically when their heart's broken. And that's why he went off to go live in solitude, because when he had to close the realms and his dad died and all of these things happened, he was super depressed and he was slowly turning to stone.
And that's kind of what's happening to him right now, right?
I don't think so. I think he's describing what's been happening for the last several, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of years. It's an ongoing process. And then he slowly gets the Grinch treatment where his heart grows 3 times the size it was. And blood flows again and the stone's no longer there. The only thing rock hard is his cock.
They go on their walk and he blames himself for his mother's death. And at one point he gives her a flower, and this is the first time she's ever received a flower.
Did his mom die in childbirth?
I think so.
That's what I get from this. Because he doesn't ever share a memory with his mom. It's more so just, my father really loved my mom.
So the only version of his dad he saw was after his mother's death. No, we're wrong. We're being stupid. Do you remember?
Earlier in the book. No.
Yeah.
But the way that it was worded in this chapter made it seem like she died in childbirth.
Yeah, it did come off
Holy
that way.
shit, what if it wasn't Liam? What if she was having another baby? What if Liam has a sibling?
He does have a sibling, but I didn't think from that mom.
Oh, all right. Well, then I don't know.
Yeah, this was a weird scene because, I was under the same impression that she died in childbirth, but we heard about the dream earlier where she is telling him about monsters.
Yep, you're right. I don't know. But it came off to you that way also?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, all right. But maybe it's just we're the same weird.
We're both dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I have the quote, "You wound me," and there's a lot of adorable flirting. And he's constantly nagging Drake's place as they're walking around.
Okay. Now bear with me on this one. We love Liam, right?
Yeah.
We all do. We all feel the exact same. Can you imagine where you're with a dude that all he's doing is nagging on the place you're at?
I was getting a little annoyed with him. I was like, Liam, stop it. If you want to show her these things, just say, one day I hope to show you these. Instead, you're like, my place is better.
Yeah, I was just like, what kind of insecure bullshit is this? Where I'm like, you have to constantly be like, my house is bigger. My garden's better. His place kind of sucks. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, just chill.
I just look the other way. I don't think about it.
That's
and
fair.
I move on. I'm like, You're still pretty great, Liam.
Me too. I'm like, let's hear more about those pants.
Let's hear more about.
Show me them denim slacks. That ain't no frog ass. That's a man ass right there.
Chapter 33 is Liam's POV. He admires Dee as he wakes up from... They're both in the same bed at this point also. And they're at Drake's. They wake up and he's admiring Dee. Somehow Drake is like lurking over by the door, I think. And Liam like slowly sneaks out of bed and goes and walks to Drake. And Drake makes a snide comment of like, I bet you're good at that for a reason. I did not give that scene justice.
I think you did it. You covered it. Drake's like, play on, playa, and then just high fives him.
So he leaves to go talk with Drake and Ethan. And this is the moment where Drake is, I don't know how you want to call it, like almost like a brother moment of, what are your intentions with my friend?
Like a good friend moment even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both he and his brother have this moment with him.
Yes.
They're like, what the fuck is your game plan? And this one line gets repeated again because they bring it up and then she later brings it up. And it's, don't lift her up unless you're going to catch her when she falls or something like that.
Yeah.
The fuck? Is this in like a country music song?
I don't remember what it was, but yeah, it was pretty country lyric style.
It just made me think, like, is this a 90s country song they're quoting? What the fuck is happening here? Yeah, not my jam.
It stood out to me when she said the same phrase, and it took me out of the book for a moment because in my head, I'm like, why would you be saying the same thing as them if you guys haven't discussed this?
It seemed like a phrase that the writer really enjoyed the first time. And then they're like, oh, this is a cute phrase. And they say it a second time, but they don't remember saying it the first time.
That's me 90% of the day.
And me, I'm not proud. Still a good book, though. Still enjoying it. The writing's great. Like Diana's arms, we got to cleave this one.
Her arms, oh, right. She lost an arm. We got long-winded, and the next one's going to be coming out in a couple days.
I'll see you in part 2, motherfuckers. Open your legs and close your books. It's over.
No.
Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
Dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a 2-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I would say love you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.